Hey folks, ACTCG here, and in today's video we are going to be taking a look at Vegapunk. Alright, let's get into the actual list then. So you may be sat here thinking, why am I looking at a Vegapunk list in OP09 of all sets? If you didn't know, in November of last year, in the Carta Magica, Vegapunk actually won the entire tournament, which is kind of crazy. There is a little bit of a stipulation there. It had very nice matchups. People didn't really know what the deck did because they were used to it playing removal based, whereas this is a more hyper aggro variant of the deck. And also that person had a buy in like round 7 when they were supposed to play against Jackson's. But they piloted the deck very well and they managed to get a win. So what have we changed going into OP09? Not a lot is the actual reality of it. I'm just trying that person's list with the change of that they were originally running this Charlotte Linden 6 cost, which allows you to unplay. You can trash a card, your opponent discards to it, or they trash a card from your life, which I think is great, really nice. But I thought that the cost of a discard in a deck that kind of relies a lot on your resources a little bit much, and the main reason is that we got this new Nico Robin. Definitely not going to get me censored, but we got this new Nico Robin that just immediately unplays. If your opponent has 3 or more life cards, you trash one from the top of your opponent's life. I really like this. I think this is really nice. I think it puts you in a position where early game you can play your bodies out, do a little bit of swinging. People expect it to be a bit aggro now, but you can on the 7 Don turn drop the Nico Robin, swing 3 times, really put a lot of pressure onto your opponent. Now for the actual rest of the list, for now in this first video, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it exactly the same way that they had used the list. I think they done very well, and I don't really understand the deck enough myself right now to be able to make decisions on what it is. But let's get a few games in and see if there's any of these numbers that I would personally like to change around, and if the Nico Robin is a better decision to go forward with over the Charlotte Linden. Alrighty then, so we do have game 1 here. We are against Teach. What are the cards I'm looking for? I'm looking for big... I like the Egghead straight up, so I'm going to keep this. In my mindset, and I watched the video that Eggman did, it was make sure you get the event and you have cards that you can play out. So I can immediately play out this Luffy, which is super nice. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to deploy the Luffy. I think it's once per turn. It is once per turn. I'm going to pass turn. So Vegapunk can't attack. If you don't know what Vegapunk does, you can read it right there. Yeah, it's kind of annoying in this situation where, for example, your opponent has a Lafitte, but I can't swing 5 into it here. But it is what it is. You have to take the wins with the losses. We see a swing with 7 here. We're going to take it, hope for a trigger. We get a Nico Robin. We can play a... Oh, actually, I'm going to use this. Use trigger, and I can play a 3-cost yellow character, so we're going to use Bonnie, which is super nice, actually. I didn't think about that. We get lead affected here, which doesn't really do much for them. We're not really that bothered. We can play the Nami out here, which is kind of nice. Am I afraid of them just swinging? Not really. I can go 1 on Bonnie, swing Bonnie into Lafitte. Goes. I can play the Egghead, so now I can restand the Bonnie, which would be nice. Then I can swing 6 into lead here, see if they take. They do take, so I get to draw 2, discard 1. Don't really need anything, so I'm just going to go ahead and discard that. And then I can still use my lead effect here, so I'm going to deploy a card. I'm going to choose the blocker, and then this is at the end of your turn, so I'm going to go ahead and end turn, and then I'll restand the Bonnie here. Now we might be able to get a lot of value from the Bonnie, as long as they don't have removal. I think 3-cost removal is really awkward for them. I'm not really feeling that vulnerable. We got a 2k there. We have a searcher in the form of Lilith, which we can just hard play out next turn. They do... Oh, they use the... I have like Instacast on for all of my things. They use the Shigun finger pistol here, and they're swinging 6 into Vegapunk. I'm going to take this in hopes of a trigger, which we get, which allows us to just play out the... I don't know what this does. If you have 2 or less life, summon a 4-cost or below character with Egghead from your trash. That's pretty nice. This turn, we're going to use the Vegapunk ability to heal. So, is there a one play that I would like? Draw 2, discard 1. Maybe Lilith will do. We'll put Lilith into life here. And we'll play out another Bonnie, get some more draw. Yeah, I like this plan. So we're going to definitely do that. We're definitely using this to put in the Lilith, which we can see. We're going to play out the other Bonnie. I'm going to put a Don on the Bonnie, and then we're going to start swinging here. So we'll swing 5 first. So they take it. We'll trigger both Bonnies. I'll keep this. Ooh, the ace is actually quite nice in this matchup. I don't think I'm going to get on play, so I'll get rid of the snake. And just like that, we get to draw 2 cards, which is really, really nice. Swinging for 6 into this now. We have 2 2Ks in hand here. They have no board, so I'm feeling real good, to be honest. The Luffy also being able to clear something out if I need to, if they play something small. Obviously, I can't get rid of the Burgess, but this is going to do it end of turn. We'll do it again with the Jewelry Bonnie. So now we've got a really, really nice, strong setup. We do see the Van Arga, which allows them to reduce by 3, and then we're going to see the Doc Q come out here as well. Now, if I wanted to clear these out, I'd be able to give them the ability to draw some cards. Don't really know how I feel about that. I'm alright with the idea of getting this off. I'm going to heal again, so I'll just keep 1 Don open for this. So, yeah, no block, resolve, use the trigger to play it out. Draw card, draw Don. We can also put Shaka into life here, which would be nice. It'll allow us to play a blocker out when they swing. And they concede. So, I feel like they may have conceded a little bit early. They would have got a finger gun pistol here, but looking at their hand, they have 2k worth of counter. This will KO something, but that's not going to be enough. And this can negate the effect of a character, but I would have already immediately used the Vegapunk lead effect there to put the Shaka in. So yeah, really good matchup into Teach. Can't get a matchup though. Can't get a rematch, sorry. But yeah, let's go into game 2 and see if it was just luck. We didn't even play out the Robin there. We actually used the Robin trigger to play out the Bonnie, which was really good actually. So I didn't take into account when putting the Robin in that the trigger alone is going to allow us to just straight up like ramp straight into the Bonnies early. It'll also allow us to play out Lilith from the trigger as well. So we had the choice to do it and we went with it because we had a super aggro game. Yeah, let's get into game 2. Right, so game 2 we have a Shanks. We do have options. We can play out the Bonnie early here. They've decided to go second. I kind of want to find stage, but I think this is okay. So I'm going to try a keep. I'll draw Don, and we will use the lead effect immediately. We'll deploy a card. We'll just get the Shaka out here, and then we'll pass. So we do start with the Robin, which is nice. Draw. So we can swing big here with the Shaka. We drew an ace. I kind of wanted to play the Bonnie, but I think playing out another body here is really important. Next turn we can play the Bonnie. What I am afraid of is swinging and then them just being like, I'll swing into it. So maybe we just play the Bonnie. Play pass. I definitely don't want to play Bonnie first. I'm just going to play the Bonnie and I'll pass. Yeah, so I don't want to play the Bonnie first here, just in case they have the 2-cost event for red. I'm going to go ahead and take that. We can play a 3-cost from our hand. I just played the Bonnie on curve. Punished. We see a Lucky Roo come down here, which is actually kind of good for them. I can play an S-Snake, which stops the swing. If I do that, that's original, so it can just kill anything really here, which is kind of painful. Let's just try and focus on our numbers. They're tapped out here, which is pretty good. I can S-Snake, bring an S-Snake out, or maybe Edison here. If you have 2, let's draw 2 cards. Kind of want to keep the 2k. Let's just do the S-Snake. So let's get the body out first. Play card. S-Snake, target Lucky Roo. And then that's 6, so we can do 7-7. They might block with the Lucky Roo straight away just to get rid of my Bonnie. Yep, that's what they do. But they get rid of the Shaka here, which is kind of the smart move in this scenario. We've kept 1 open, which is nice for the please save me. which in retrospect was probably the better play actually anyway. So that's kind of paid off. But yeah, here we see 7 into this. They're gonna tap 4. If they play another Lucky Roo, I'm in a pretty bad spot. Do I just let Bunny go? Resources are really important in this deck. I will try. We'll give Nico. If another Lucky Roo, we're in a real bad spot. Goddamn. We can do the Luffy straight away, but then the on-KO effect will kick off. Which kind of sucks. Either way, we'll just crack it on. Let's do a Snake Swing, see if we get the block here. They might just take it. This Lucky Roo is quite a big problem for me. Yeah, blocks, yeah. KOs the Bunny. Aye. We'll play out the Nico Robin. Trash an opponent's top life. Which is pretty nice. They're gonna swing into the S-Snake though. And we'll do lead effect to deploy a Luffy. We do have 2k in hand, so maybe protecting the Bunny wasn't the play, because they could have always KO'd it. 3 Lucky Roos, bro. You could say that is lucky. Roo. Not good. Real not good for us. But, I mean, sometimes people get lucky and there's nothing really you can do about that, right? Like, no point really getting mad about it. So, let's do some 8s. 3 Lucky Roo into a deck that only has 6k bases is extremely lucky though, so... and there's the Nico Robin gone. We can get the ace off for 7 now. So let's do that. And they go to 10 next turn as well. Jeez Louise, dude. We'll do this. So I can restand my Luffy at the end of turn. So we'll do that. Restand the Luffy. Oh, no, they play the KO Shanks. And we swing 5. I probably need to block this. They probably have a rush anyway, actually. Do I block this? Yeah. Block it out. Draw card, draw done. We get Atlas, so we can put that in life. We can also draw another card this turn with Luffy. Swing 9 into lead. They take. We'll do the effect no trash but draw. We get a search. Do a search. That's too big to stop us from doing it, but we'll take the Lilith here, because then we can play out Lilith and get another card. Take the Frankie, and then we'll do the leader effect. Add to top life, and we'll add a Frankie. I should have added Atlas, but we move. Not ideal this game. Don't feel like we were really in a position. I don't feel like any deck would have survived triple Lucky Roo, right? Maybe Dofi if they had like bounces, or if I was playing Pluffy and they had. That's really not good for me. I can give the Atlas. They probably don't swing here. Oh, they do swing. So I use the trigger and draw a card. We draw Pythagoras. Draw some cards with Bonnie here and stuff. Yeah, we will hit the concede. We'll give them a GG still, see if they want to play a rematch. They say yeah. I'm still going to go first. This is pretty bad, so I'm going to mulligan it. Draw. We will do this. Play a card. Get the pass. We can get a GG back, which is very annoying. We can play out the Lilith here straight out. Should we play out Lilith? 8 into Shanks. They might just use the 2-cost event here anyway, just because they have 2 opened on. Yep, which is exactly what we do. Now we'll do deploy a card, we'll deploy Lilith. Lilith will grab us Nami. Now that we have we have the Nami, we can discard a card with trigger, so we have a few. They swing 5 at us. If they have another Lucky Roo, I might just lose my mind. We can discard this, and we can discard this. Oh my gosh. We're in a bit of a better situation because we got Edison off there, but that is very frustrating, right? Like, here we could just Nami and deal with it. So we can do lead effect, play Luffy, Nami, discard Bonnie, draw a card as well. Deal with this. KO's probably Shaka. We should probably just swing with Shaka first. Yeah, let's do 6 with Shaka. If they block with the Lucky Roo, straight out. And then they KO the Lilith, reduce the 1 on the Edison. So maybe playing out the Bonnie here is better. Hard to play Bonnie. This is such an awkward turn, right? Like, I can pay 1 cost for this. So let's just stop thinking. Play this. Play out the Bonnie. Leave 1 open for please save me. Pass the turn. If they play another Lucky Roo here, we're gonna call the police. Like, there's no way in back-to-back games you're gonna draw. Dave just tapped 4, left 4 open even. We'll not block this, and we'll give a Frankie. I'm gonna blow my brains out. 2 games, back-to-back Lucky. Bro's running 9 Lucky Roo in his list. I've done 0 damage. Oh gosh, dude. So if I put a Don on Bonnie, it's gonna die. Maybe I'll just start with 6, see what the KO with the Lucky Roo. I want to play out the Nico Robin this turn. They do it. They're gonna kill the Shaka instead, actually, which kind of stops me from playing the Nico Robin. And they use lead effect on the Edison. So maybe I go big with the Bonnie here, draw some cards. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go big with Bonnie, draw 2 cards. Panicked and read this to make sure that it doesn't say when your other card. I can discard 1, so I'll discard the Lilith, and then we will use deploy a card. We'll deploy the Atlas here. If my opponent drops a 3rd Lucky Roo for the 2nd game in a row, okay, never mind. They don't need to get the other guy. This guy's slightly better than Lucky Roo. Oh my god, this is a pretty bad matchup, huh? Jeez Louise. And then they swing 5 into Shanks, into Bonnie, which we have to let go. Hold on. We can Nico Robin. So, do 2 on Edison. Play out on Nami? Do we play out on Nami here? Do we just put 1 on Edison? See if we can get a damage through. They must be gagging for some cards, right? Surely. Oh my god. 6? That's fine. That's great. It's great, actually. Even better, actually. Let's see if we can get a card. Shaka? Do we take Shaka? Maybe the Luffy, so we can keep drawing cards. Play out the Luffy. Leader effect. Place Nami. Do we place this? Might go for game next turn. So we'll add one. This 3 Lucky Roos into 2 Lucky Roos into another 10 cost Shanks. What is bro's deck? How many of this is a one-off in like most lists? Ay vey. This is tough. Swing big into Rayleigh, maybe? Let's try it. If they have 2/2Ks, it's gone. This way I can do Lilith and lead effect here as well. They reduce 1, so I think they have... Crazy. It's almost like they have the ability to mulligan in the game, right? Okay, so they went through. We'll swing with the Edison. The problem here is I really want to use this effect, but if I do, then I just lose so much pressure and they probably win out. But I need to draw. That doesn't really help me. Top 5, we grab Shaka. And then we'll do lead effect and we'll put it to top of life. Because otherwise they have game. They might have game anyway if they have another Russia. Well, I have Robin, but I kind of want to save the Robin for next turn. No, they have Newgate. Call the ambulance! Call the ambulance, please. If only you could swing, Mr. Big. It's pretty. Let me think about this. Yeah, that's fine with me. No block. Resolve. I will use the trigger to get rid of this. Draw an Edison again. Screw you, man. Draw another Nami here. Is 3k counter enough to survive? Let's have a think. We will play out Robin, the trash, and then we will do lead effect, pack our pants. We will add the Nami, and then pass. This is not ideal. Oh no. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Why are you doing this? You can just swing through. People like to BM. What the hell? Yeah, no, I'll do it. Yep, that's pretty good. I've got all these big cards here. Great attacking order, by the way. We'll give them GG's. That's pretty bad, man. That's pretty bad. I think if they didn't have 5 Lucky Roo in 2 games, we would have won that one. But as Gino says, if my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike. Okay, so we get an interesting one in the purple black Luffy. We're gonna go first again because that's what we were told in the video. I'm gonna mulligan here. It's okay. I'll do lead effect to deploy a Lilith, which allows us to get a card, and we'll take Atlas here so that next turn we can play a 5/6. So it has 4 life, which kind of makes me happy. I'm happy with 4 life here. Play out 3. Now, do we play out Bonnie here? I think we just do big swing with Lilith. Get the 7s out. I want to be in a position where they don't want to use the Gatling this early. And then we're just going to go ahead and deploy Atlas. Pass. So if they want to play Bong Clay, for example, now, they're going to have to swing 6 into the Lilith. and we can stop that with this Frankie. Next turn, we can play out the Bonnie, swing for big with this. They play out the Zoro, sorry, which is actually really good for them right here. They can swing 8 into the Lilith, which they do. I don't really want to give them 2/2Ks, so I'm going to let that go. I said let it go like it was intended to see. And I'm interested to see if they stop this now. If I play out the Bonnie, do 5, and then do I want to play a Bonnie? Probably want to play out Frankie. So I'll swing with Atlas, see if they take it. They do take it, so I get to draw some cards. Get rid of this. So our Robin is off now because they only have 2 life, which is important. We'll do lead effect to deploy a... Okay, Luffy, that's just on play, so we don't need to be concerned with that. Pass. We don't have stage up right now, which is something that we need to keep in mind. So like, so they took it so that they could swing at the Atlas. Oh, no blocks here. We'll drop the Nico Robin because, as we just mentioned, it's not really available for us right now, and they'll swing 6 again here. We'll just comfortably stop this. They'll be quite content. They do use the Sanji on our Luffy. They're tapped out here, so we might be able to put some work in. We do have an ace, and we have a please save me if they decide to try and go for a game. So we can swing 5 with Bonnie, 6 with Atlas, and 7 with ace. See if we can get one of these Bonnie triggers off here. 6 with Atlas. And then we'll go 7 with ace. They take, and we get the draws. Another ace here might catch them off guard, so I don't want to just discard it. We'll get rid of the Bonnie. I'm not really concerned about my life. But I might use lead effect here rather than protect. Is lead effect here better to me? No. We'll pass. We'll keep the one up for please save me. My mindset is protecting the board with it, potentially. If they go for game, we have 6,000 counter, so I'm not all that concerned. We do have the other ace for an additional attack, so we can go big. They are now in range of using their Gum Gum Giants. I usually call it Gum Gum Gavel. That's why I'm watching words. We'll just try and protect this. Maybe protecting the board is... I don't know if that's correct, honestly. We'll see. We see another 6. So no block will do that. They have 7 here. They swing Sanji into it. I'm just going to protect again. Oh no, top knot. That gets rid of my Bonnie. See a 6 come out here. We'll try it. Maybe this was quite risky. And then they play a Nico Robin, which is just a way for them to be able to get rid of, to increase costs. We do have a Nami in hand, so we can put that in life, which will just give us a bit of a barrier. So we'll go... They're tapped out. Oh, they're tapped out. Interesting. We'll just try and go for game. Should we do 9? So that's 10. 10, 12. We'll try 10, 12. See if we can get through. Well, we didn't get here by half-arsing it, so we're just going to try. Yes! Nice. We managed to get it. That was disconnected straight away, but we managed to get through. They should have kept the one open for the Gum Gum Giant here. They got a little bit greedy with swinging with the Zoro at 6. They could have just swung through, but yes, that one feels really good to get. That one feels good. Next game? All right, let's get into the last game that we are going to cover here, and it's against Luffy. They choose first, which we would normally want here. We have a pretty good hand, so I'm going to keep it. I have to keep in mind that we're second here. So, draw Dom. I can do World's Ginormous Display. Nami is really good for us here, actually. let's take we're gonna play out the Shaka here. So that when they swing 5 with Luffy, we can just get a free block unless they play block. Deploy a card, deploy Shaka. I'm really enjoying this deck, to be honest. Like, is it the strongest right now? Well, we saw what happened into Shanks. Apparently, it has a pretty nice matchup going into Doflamingo. I don't know how it does into Pluffy. It's a 5 life leader, but it doesn't like to take damage. But they have a lot of output damage, so I'm a little bit afraid of that. But if we can get this Nami off at a nice time, we might be able to just pull through here. They take the damage. We don't have a 2k. They do play Bon Clay. But we can just counter and... sorry, we can just block and 1k that. Let's get rid of the Pythagoras. And then we can kill the Bon Clay. With Nami here. We should do this first. Swing 7 with Shaka. Lead effect, play Nami. Yeah, we'll do 7. We can restand it with Egghead next turn, which is nice. We might get a free block if they swing with this. What's really nice here is that Nico Robin also has trigger, so I can just try to hard play it there. We'll deploy Nami. We will trash the Nico Robin. They're not gonna use the effect. Kind of want to keep my hand, so I'm gonna trash it, and then we'll get rid of the Bon Clay and we'll pass. Double S Snake here is actually real nice. We'll restand the Shaka. Completely forgot about that. Because we can just play them out and stun 2 cards. I can't stun 7 cost. It's a little bit scary. They lead effect again here to go to 8. What are you playing for 8? Never mind. They concede. Okay. We were winning this game, by the way. This is really nice. Another Nami in life, which we would have just kept. And then they would have probably played a Sangoro down, which we could have Nami'd again straight away. Get some nice stuff going on. But we'll never know. Next game. Okay, now this is the last game. Let's see how it actually does this time. We get another searcher here, which I'm pretty happy about. I like this hand a lot. I'm going to start with the Luffy, so I'm going to keep it. The Luffy is a lot of pressure here, because if they play the 4 cost, I can swing with Luffy, and then just use its effect immediately to pop the 4 cost, which will get a lot of pressure off us. They play the 1 cost Law. It's actually pretty scary into us. So you have to keep that in mind. Ooh, Shaka straight away is nice. Ooh, do we want to do Shaka here? We'll do the search no matter what, see what we get. We can get Bonnie, but maybe the Luffy's the better one. Or even the Nami again. Let's take the Nami. And then we will use lead effect here, deploying out. This is real difficult. Shaka's probably a free block. We'll do the Shaka. I kind of want to keep my resources. They use lead effect. Shaka being a 5/6 is real nice here. So yeah, we get the free block here. Get to keep the card in hand. And then they play out the Zorojuro, which we can deal with. With a Nami is probably the better choice here. Alright, what are we discarding though? I might go with Frankie. So we can swing big with Shaka here. And if we discard with Nami, we don't get the draw though. Maybe just Luffy is the best here, right? Maybe we just put into life as well. This is kind of difficult. Maybe we just get rid of both that and then do the snake. Then next time we could double Nami. Swing. You don't have Luffy. This says you can't select Monkey D. Goofy. So we have to double check that. Make sure that we're not being big and dumb, which is often a talent of mine. Can't attack with the Zorojiro. They're probably going to play 7 cost here. If they do, though, they're going to have to self-damage again. And we'll have double Nami to back up next turn. We do want to counter here as well, so that we can have this card in hand. So we'll counter with the Pythagoras if they swing. Lovely. Triple Nami's a bit much. So what's really nice about this is we get both off here. So we'll hard play the first one, trash the Luffy, KO the Sangoro and draw Lilith. And then we'll use lead effect and we can trash the Lilith here. Trash the Lilith, KO the Sorojiro, we get Bonnie, and then we can go 6-6. Is 6-6 good here? I can't realistically protect, so maybe next turn is just better if we just go all out. Do the first 6, see how they react. Maybe I don't swing with the Shaka. Take what's a 2k. This is like a free kill for them. So I'm a bit nervous. Because if they play Big Luffy now, they'll probably clear both free. Which wouldn't be ideal, obviously. We get 8. I kind of want to protect this. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Bonnie with Frankie. See how they react to that. Didn't see that coming, huh? If they do go to 9, obviously they have to self-damage as well, but then they can't use the event. So they have to keep that in mind. They just play out Zorojiro. They get an Onami. They're probably going to play out the Onami. They do. Trash the Sanji, which has counter, by the way. So this is probably all counter, which is a little bit scary. And then 5. We're going to take this, and then we're going to get an S-Snake trigger, which we're going to use. It's a body. I thought this said play. Never mind. I'm dumb. I thought this played it out, because everything else plays out. We didn't get punished, because we can still play the Nami for 1 with the Vegapunk effect. Trash this. We get a Lilith, but we're going for game now, so it doesn't really matter what that was. We'll go for 7, 7, 7, 8. That's a lot of counter. Okay, now we can't win. Oh no, we used lead effect already. Maybe this can get us the 1 cost event. I don't think that's enough. We'll just play it out. We will pretend we have a 1 cost event. Pass. I'm interested to see what that hand was. That was a lot of counter, so you have to give it to them. Sometimes they just got it right. Like, trigger Frankie. Oh my gosh! We did draw one. I don't know why that says. Oh, I can play it. You're good. 18. Okay. Try a rematch. We'll still see a GG. We get to go first this time. And we definitely are. Double Nami is real nice in the matchup, as I said. I'm going to keep it. And then I'm going to deploy Shaka straight away and pass. We have a 2k to protect the Shaka here. We can play another Shaka if we want. But I really want to get this Bonnie out, get some cards in. Swing with the Shaka first for 6. Probably get a 2k. And then I'm going to play out the Bonnie. This means that next turn I can play out the Nami with the lead effect, attached onto Bonnie. Swing for 7 probably with both. And they go to 5 here. If they swing lead, I'm just going to take it, because I can KO anything that they play. They don't. They hyper swing into my Shaka, which we just have to accept. Puts a bit of a spanner in the works. Light spanner. Should we swing super big with Bonnie? Probably. And then play Shaka. Let's do that. Might get 2Ks. No, we get it. We can discard the Lilith here. Deploy Shaka. This way, if they play the 7, we can just get a free block and not have to waste the 2k on the Bonnie. If they do play the 7 out, again, we have Nami here, we can answer it. Well, we can definitely answer that. We get 6, we will block and give an Edison here. I want to keep the Namis because these 5 costs are really strong in this matchup. So add 1 to the Bonnie. They've kept 1 open. So they might use the 1 cost event. Important to, again, keep in mind. Now we can play the Nami out, we'll get the draw, and then we can also play out the Luffy. What am I discarding though? Maybe just a 2k, I don't really need it. Let's just swing it out. I want to go a bit wider this turn. Hit him with the 5. Maybe we hit him with the big here. Maybe we just do this. Put him to 2. They go to 8 next turn. I'm going to try it. I want the draws from the Bonnie. I should have played Nami first. Oh, I'm so dumb. Maybe they counter. That'd be great. Oh, we draw Robin. They have too much life. But if they next turn use the 9 cost to heal, we'll actually be able to play Robin. So we'll trash. I don't really want to trash the Robin. And now he might think, huzzah! I actually have Lin. That's what I was trying to say. If they play 9 cost Lin here, they'll go back to 3, and I can play Nico Robin and punish-ish. Punish-ish. They don't do that. They squander my plans once again. Always foiled. They rest my Nami, which does suck. They swing into this for 6, probably. I can afford to stop that. So I'm going to... Another Sanji will probably swing into this as well. Which we're not stopping. If they swing into these, though, decent amount of counter. We can actually put a card in life as well here. Put the Nami in life. So we'll just swing 3. Kept 1 open. So this says, give me your event and a 2k. If we get the event here as well, we can swing into Sanji if we want to, but kind of want to just put the pressure on and swing into face. We do get the Gavel out, which means they're, again, going to go down. They draw 2 though, which is real strong. Yeah. 10. Maybe just playing out something here is more important than healing, because they can just trade, right? Stopping the damage with every card they own, but stopping it. Probably going to double clear now. Maybe I just play out Frankie. Bear with me. I had a thought. if they decide to go for game and they have the big one, then maybe I'll need the counter. But I don't know if that was right. Maybe I should have kept the Nami for if they have an Onami. I probably should have. That was probably a misplay. I probably rushed that decision. In my mind, I was like, it's really important for me to make sure I'm not being goobified here. Will Nico Robin stop that? Sanji will be able to clear the Nami though. Which it does. And then they play Luffy Taro into Sangoro. They keep one open. Rigord is the problem. Do you know what I mean? I think the problem is that like we just have too much talent in life. It's always a setback. You know, sometimes it's just hard for people to acknowledge it. We should do it first though. Should we just play it? No. Deploy Nami, trash, KO, draw this. We're gonna have to keep a blocker up, probably. If we turn, swing that into Sanji. Show me what you got. I'm so dumb. I could have played this right. 12 though. Try to zoom out. Let's go to 11 and a 2k. This is currently like you need to draw 3k worth of counter if you try and do the one cost event. Yeah, that's a good. Okay. This is close-ish. I wish they had one less life. Luffy's very difficult for us. I think it's because they have so many bodies out, right, and they just have a lot of pressure. Like this is a lot. One cost searcher. It's nice that obviously I can't search for the one cost event here as well. I can only search for 2 cost or greater cards. So I'm interested to see what they grab. Have we seen all 4 Namis this game? We've seen 3, which is a lot. Well, they Usohachi, so they have at least a 2k. Never mind, they rest my Shaka. Double clear. Pretty bad for us. We'll take our time, pretend we're thinking. Genius. Fighting for our lives on these streets, man. Fighting for our lives. Okay. Swing 8. Remember. Genius. Gotta think. Look. That's actually pretty good. I can stop and attack. Put this in. Problem is I can't attack with my leader. I could clear Luffy Taro actually. That's pretty good here. Can I clear Luffy Taro? No. Maybe. Only one way to find out, Jimbo. Boom. So they go to 12 if they use the event. So again, they would need to draw 3k worth of counter from the one cost event if they do this. They don't. So now we'll do deploy a card, S-Snake out, stop the Usohachi from attacking, which is so powerful. Pass. They're just gonna clear this. And I'm back to square one. No. We're gonna need a miracle, boys. That ain't it. We didn't get it. No. We need a 2k counter though. Well, shucks. Sometimes you get gymmed, and sometimes the gym gets you. What do you do? You're alive! Oh my god! The only card that could have saved us in this deck. And they tapped out too. 16! Oh my gosh. Wow. The only card that could have saved us was a card called Please Save Me. And that's exactly how I felt too. Please save me. Jeez Louise. Okay, in my mind I was like, why don't you run Elthor? This is why you don't run Elthor, right? This right here. That amazing, amazing saving grace. So yeah, as you can see, the matchup is fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. That was really hard. God damn. So that's the deck. What do I think? Decent. It did okay. We had quite a lot of unluckiness in those Shanks matchups, but I think that's probably an unfavored matchup anyway. They have quite a lot of removal, and I can imagine that being a bit difficult for us. We're playing an aggro deck that wants us to be able to punish our opponent for having a lot of bricks and not a lot of ways to stop swings coming at them, right? And they naturally have an ability that can stop a 5k swing every turn for free. So a little bit difficult against Shanks. Against the Pluffy, we kind of did struggle as well. Being able to get so many bodies out super fast from them meant they could really drain our resources super fast, and realistically had no reason to actually swing at life at any point until they were going for game. We got super lucky in that last game that we played there, so I don't really want that to like skew my opinion of it. But in general, one of the most fun decks I've played so far this format. Really nice to be able to play out so many different cards that I've never had my chance to get my hands on as well. So a nice, probably tier 2 rogue-ish deck. I don't know whether you'd want to lean more towards removal-esque like it used to be, or if you want to stick to the aggro variant that this was. I think a lot of people are aware that you're playing aggro now, so that might come into it. If you enjoyed the video, thank you very much. Leave a like and subscribe. I've changed a lot over the past few videos. Not me as a person, still the same, but new background. I've got a new green screen. I hope you like that. Let me know how you think about the positioning and stuff. Just trying to keep improving and trying to take the head on and see how we can do. But yeah, also, if you have any other decks that you really want to see, let me know. I've been looking at some other things, like Arlong has been big talk right now because of the new, is it a buggy? Maybe that gives double attack to leaders. I don't know if it's buggy. It's a card, anyway, it's a green card that gives double strike to your leaders. Double strike, double attack, too many different card games. But yeah, if you have a leader that you really want to see, let me know, and I'll take a look at it. And have a great day. Peace.